Charles Oliver. Welcome to this week's Hidden Wealth Solution Miss Show Minutes. Well, what you missed this week, and reminder, all of our radio shows are archived at hiddenwealthradio.com, I think is imperative. Taxation is predictable. Death and taxes, as they say, will always be here to stay. But the fact that fewer people are pulling the wagon, folks, and to sustain these promised programs, Medicare, Social Security, it's going to have to come from somewhere, and it's going to come from you and I, the taxpayer. So I want to teach you how to not evade, but to avoid taxation using sections of the tax code that have been around well before IRAs and 401ks, because what I teach on Hidden Wealth Radio is you don't save tax in putting money in traditional retirement programs. You defer the tax. But you also defer the tax calculation that's completely out of our control and mandated and directed by our federal government. So clearly, the more tax they need, the more tax they'll charge. And that's been that way and will continue to be that way as we march through history. But the big question is, if everything you thought about 401ks, IRAs, and Social Security turned out not to be true, when would you want to know? Because I'm here to tell you that people are shocked to learn that up to 85% of their Social Security is taxed. They just can't believe it. And by the way, you don't accomplish those thresholds of what that taxation liability is going to be without adding half of what the Social Security is to all your other income sources, even including tax-exempt interest, capital gains, dividends, you name it. Distributions out of 401ks and IRAs, and if you're over 70 and a half, those are required distributions, or there's a 50% penalty, plus still all the taxes owed on that distribution, whether you took it or not. And folks, that not only triggers a reality of giving back about 20% of your Social Security, but what people miss, the hidden wealth solution area of that, is they miss that the additional federal tax liability that I teach in two case studies, a single taxpayer with whose Social Security is $36,000. Without the Social Security being recognized, the federal tax payment is $3,200. With the Social Security, it drives that individual's tax owed from $3,200 up to over $7,400. And almost a 60% increase of taxation in not knowing what they don't know about when to take distributions, when to take their Social Security as far as filing to get the most from it with the least tax, but more importantly, not knowing how to use special design insurance contracts that the income source from that design doesn't have any impact in increasing tax to you on a federal level. There's no federal tax. Our clients don't pay tax on the growth of their money or on the access of their money or the transfer of their money. But there's no tax to increase the calculation of the impact to their Social Security being taxed up to 85%. And I want to teach you how to get Uncle Sam out of your retirement. I want to teach you how to get the IRS out of your IRA, because it's nothing more than an IOU to the IRS. And people are shocked. And so what we've done, we've got a double bonus. Number one, I want to gift you my easy to read What to Do at 62 that teaches the most unique filing strategies and how to not pay or avoid paying up to 85% of your tax being counted in your taxable income, because that's going to make your federal taxes go higher. Number two, we have for the first 50 people that register, attend, and request their free tax elimination analysis that will teach you from a joint couple case study that I talk about, that this gentleman, and again, you're somebody that saved at least $200,000 or more in IRAs or 401ks. This gentleman in one IRA had $900,000. So I don't care if you have 20 million or if you have 200,000. His 900,000 IRA, he said, let's assume tax rates don't go above 25%, which he knows they will. He's already in a 39.6% bracket. And let's assume the market doesn't lose, which is a tax indirectly itself, and it will at some point. And let's just assume that I just have a normal male life expectancy, which this gentleman takes care of himself, and he'll likely live a lot longer than 85 or 86. What would the taxes be? Folks, on a $900,000 IRA today for a 64-year-old male, they're $836,000 of tax liability, all in. And I want to teach you, you do not have to make the IRS your biggest beneficiary by showing you how to get your money tax-free. Go to solvemyretirement.com. That's solvemyretirement.com, or register by calling very quickly. We're filling up fast for this coming Tuesday. There's two options, and they fill up quickly. 855-668-2928. 855-668-2928, or spelled out is 855-NO-TAX, the word no and the word tax spelled out, the number 2 and the letter U. Here's to you finding your hidden wealth solutions.